Well, as Arsenal fans are celebrating the 7 loss of United to Liverpool, because if at all we won that game of football, we would have found ourselves in a vicinity of closing down on Arsenal, close to 11 points with another game in hand. We win that other game in hand, it's 8 against United and Arsenal, and then Arsenal has to play at Anfield, Arsenal has to plow it to Newcastle, Arsenal has to visit City, so it looks like it would have been hopeful, but right now, today, I think United are totally out of the title race and Arsenal fans are jubilating because it wouldn't have been good news if at all Arsenal was having 2 teams at its behind. Now, their focus is only one team, that is City, and I think Mikel Arteta can go out there and really have a sleep over that because this is a result they wanted, United to lose to Liverpool and United to get out of the title race. And totally, if you find out a person telling you that right now United is the title race, that person is a liar, and he has to be taken to the psychologist for his head to be checked. Unless otherwise, Arsenal bottles it again and City, and then United closes in. But it really looks nasty. 9 points off City, 14 off Arsenal. No way you talk about the title race. But the other reason to really celebrate about is Jesus has gone ahead to prove Mikel Arteta wrong on really delaying him to put him on the pitch. He has showed him that, please, I'm ready to play the game of football. Take me, put me on the field of play, and I do the needful because I feel like I'm ready to go on and do this. So that is Gabriel Jesus, and welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Welcome to the Arsenal News Show. We are talking only Arsenal on this show. And smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, subscribe to this channel. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now, if there is a United fan outside there who is telling that he's not hurt, he's a liar. Guys, we are hurt. I'm hurt. But no matter what, nevertheless, we move on. That's it. And I have to work and really bring you news. And I'll cope up slowly by slowly. But I think Arsenal fans are really happy because every time United lose, they're happy. And this time round, yesterday, some United fans were really constructing their tweets, and then Arsenal won it late. Today, United never gave Arsenal fans a chance to delete or not to post those tweets. Those tweets are everywhere. There are memes everywhere. Guys, I've received memes. I'm looking at my status on WhatsApp. Social media is a buzz. That's it. But obviously, that's the game of football. It's all about a W, which is a win, an L, which is a loss, and obviously a D, which is a draw. And today, we've been beaten totally. We've been demolished at Anfield. But let's talk Arsenal. Yesterday, as Arsenal won 3-2, that is at Emirates, we've been told by Charles Watts, the Arsenal correspondent for Goal, that Gabriel was warming down with the substitutes, and that was another important step in his recovery and the clearest indication yet that he's very close to joining in full training again. To me, I believe he is already doing full training, and this was a signal for him to send to Mikel Arteta that, please, look at the team. The team is crumbling, and you are having me ready to go on the field of play, and you are not using me. At the end of the season, if you happen not to win this title, you will be to blame. I'll come to your office, knock on it, and I tell you, Mikel, you are my manager, but a decision you took to delay putting me on the field of play, yet I was supposed to play or return on 25th of February when you're playing Leicester City at King Power Stadium, and you've taken many games without fielding with the field of play. You are making a very huge mistake. And warming up with these players that were really on the touchline, you know where those substitutes really warm up from, was an indicator that he is ready. He is ready, and he's sending a message to Mikel Arteta that all what you are thinking that I'm not ready, for me, I think I'm ready. I'm shooting. The knee is okay. Get me on the field of play. And the decision is for Mikel Arteta to make because he's the boss. He's the boss. And I think it would have gone bad in the history of Arsenal if at all they lost yesterday and Jesus was feeling that he wants to play and the manager is saying, no, wait a little bit, you're not going to play. Jesus feels like he has worked hard to be here and he wants to be on the field of play. He wants to be playing the game of football. And Mikel Arteta is telling him, please, a little bit. Arteta told us on Friday that between 7 and 10 days, that's when we expect him to return. And from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days gone, meaning that a week from now, or on Thursday, Jesus wants to be on the field of play. He's demanding to start. He's demanding to start against Sporting Lisbon. He's demanding to start or to be in the match squad against Sporting Lisbon. He's demanding to start. He's demanding to start against or be in the squad against Fulham. He wants to be part of this bend of the season because Arsenal has played 26 games. They're left with 12 to go. Jesus knows that if at all is in those games, those 12 games, Arsenal are winning the trophy. Why? He's the best Arsenal player on the field of play. That's no doubt. That's no doubt. And with the situation that Arsenal is in, losing Leandro Trossard, Eddie Nketiah is injured, they need their man back. They need their man back. But you also feel a little bit for Mikel Arteta. You know, when you know that your best striker is on his way back and you think that he's not yet there, there's no need to hurry him back. They did it on Emile Smith-Rowe, he got a setback. They did it on Tomiyasu. It has been a long struggle to get him back to full fitness. He returned in March last year. He played like 2, 3, 4, 5 games. He returned back to injury. Even at the World Cup, he was injured. He returned, and then Arsenal had to really find means of really not hurrying him back, and they got their player back. So it's a dilemma, that's it. Mikel Arteta has found himself in a hard place and a rock because he needs Jesus back. He doesn't have a centre forward, and he's just looking at who to lead that line. Though in the press conference after the game that Arsenal won 3-2, he told us that Martinelli can lead the line, Emile Smith-Rowe can also lead the line. That's what he told us. But that's a huge risk to get Martinelli leading the line. Martinelli doesn't have that positional sense, according to me. I saw him in the game of Bournemouth. He lacks that positional sense. He lacks that positional sense. That is a player known as Gabriel Martinelli. So it's better to play him wide and either let Jesus lead the line or Trossard, and the team will be in perfect shape. Every time you use him to lead the line, the team loses shape. That's it. And I believe it is something that we need to agree all on here onto this channel, that every time you play with Martinelli, the team loses shape as the forward or playing him at the focal point or the pinnacle of the attack. But when you're having Trossard leading the line, or Jesus, or Nketiah, the team really keeps itself in shape. So he's sending a message to him that I want to start against Sporting Lisbon. Jesus is demanding to start against Sporting Lisbon, and he's proving Arteta wrong. That's why he joined those players as the substitutes, and he was warming up. He was warming up because he's telling him, I'm ready, I'm steady, put me onto the field of play, and I help the team. We can go very many points ahead of Man City because Man City is having tough fixtures. I think when you look at Man City and their fixtures, let me have a little bit about these fixtures because I want to be exact about Man City. When you look at Man City, they beat Newcastle, and they are going to play. They're going to play out Crystal Palace. It's not an easy one. Crystal Palace is not an easy place to go. Then after that, they are going to play Liverpool when we return from the World Cup break. Sorry, from the international break. And for Arsenal, they are playing. Arsenal is playing Fulham over the weekend, and they will close up with, I think, hosting, is it Crystal Palace? I think they'll be hosting Crystal Palace. Let me be exact. Fulham and hosting Crystal Palace, right. When they return and Crystal Palace, then Arsenal is playing Fulham next, then Crystal Palace. Man City is only playing Crystal Palace next weekend. And they're not going to play on the 19th in the Premier League. They're going to be playing against Burnley in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. What does that mean? Arsenal can stretch their lead to 8 if at all they win their 2 games against Fulham and Crystal Palace. And I think that's why he's pestering the manager to play, because he wants to put out that gap stretch very well, because Man City is having very many games. The game they have in hand is going to be against West Ham, and they're going to be playing against West Ham away. So they're going to be hosting West Ham, and West Ham on any day they can go in and really shock any team. You know that very well. So I think that's why this manager known as Mikel Arteta is really scratching his head, and this man known as Jesus is trying to make himself available and telling him, please get me in because this team needs me. If there is a team that needs me, this team needs me. Now, there is an Arsenal player who has just signed for Arsenal in the summer. He goes by names of Jorginho, and Jorginho is known as Jorginho Ferrero, if at all you know his name very, very well. Now, today, the Arsenal women team has gone ahead to beat or defeat that of Chelsea in what we call in the Women Intercontinental Cup. Now, Jorginho has gone ahead to mock Chelsea in a very, 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 very provocative way. And this game of football that saw these ladies lift up the trophy ended in favor of Arsenal, and they've been jubilating left, right, and center. The Arsenal women team has gone ahead to win this trophy, and they won by 3-1. That is Arsenal, and it is really a very good game that they've gone ahead to win. And guess what? Jorginho has gone ahead to express the hate he has for Chelsea and how Graham Potter was treating him on Instagram. He congratulated them. You know, he posted this on his Instagram, congratulating them as winners, and they beat Chelsea. So I think there was some things that never went well for Jorginho in that camp of Chelsea, because they looked like he's a nobody, they never needed him, and when he has gotten a chance to really throw back a jab to them, he has gone ahead to do that. I don't know whether I'm just trying to be carried away and really getting what we call far-fetches, but I can confirm to you, Jorginho is mocking Chelsea. He's mocking Chelsea. He's telling them, I'm at a better team than you, not only in the men's team, but even in the women's team. Because in the men's team, Arsenal is topping the league. Don't you know that? In the men's team, Arsenal is topping the league. You know that. Arsenal is topping the league, and Chelsea is also trying to do the needful and obviously fight for the Champions League position, of which I believe it's hard for them to get. It's hard for them to get because it is really one of those things that it's hard to get. They are really having very few points, and Liverpool looks like he has gone on. So Jorginho has gotten his revenge done, mocking at them. The women's team of Arsenal has beaten the women's team of Chelsea, and I think he's so much anticipating for that game that Chelsea is going to pay a visit to the Emirates, because it feels like this is the right time to take it to them and throw it directly in their face and really beat them and show them that Jorginho, and I was still a useful player to your side, though you sold me. And guys, to be very much specific and exact, when you look at that midfield of Chelsea, they need Jorginho. They need Jorginho. And the blessing this guys is, Arsenal got Jorginho as an alternative for Moise Caicedo. Now, Jorginho comes in at Arsenal, fits into that team like a glove. He does play exactly how Mikel Arteta wants, and he's so much a jolly guy, and he's really loved by Mikel Arteta. And very many Arsenal legends are really here talking about the trophy that they really are really chasing in for and vying in for. And today we are having Paul Mason, after that 3-2 win of Arsenal that came in late. He has the following to say. He was on Sky Sports and he said the following, that I think Arsenal will win the league. They just keep on going and don't know when they are beaten. It's 4 Premier League wins on the trot, and you've got to remember the role they were on before they started winning those games. Obviously, You have to respect Arsenal. And whoever doesn't respect Arsenal, I'm planning to bring you a story of Gary Neville tomorrow. Gary Neville has gone ahead and really said, however much it's like that, he doesn't believe that Arsenal are really going to win the trophy. That he doesn't believe Arsenal has the nerves to stretch to 10 wins consecutively. And he has been talking this ever since they lost to City. And ever since then, they've gone ahead to win 4 games. 4-2 against Aston Villa, 1-0 against Leicester City, 4-0 against Everton, and 3-2 against Bournemouth. But he's still hesitant that Arsenal won't win the league. But Paul Mason, former Arsenal legend who played for Arsenal, has come out and said the stretch at which Arsenal is taking up things is really champion quality. And he believes Arsenal is really going to go ahead and really lift down this trophy. Then we had a story coming in from, again, the Arsenal legend Ian Wright. After that 3-2 win of Arsenal versus Bournemouth, he went ahead to people like Gary Neville, because I've seen journalists, pundits, doing their punditry job, attacking Arsenal players, celebrating their win. And Arsenal have been doing this ever since the season started. That's how they celebrated their first win away at Leicester City, that of Leicester City, then Fulham, Aston Villa. They've been celebrating all these wins at Emirates like that, and they've never changed. The mode has stayed the same. Ian Wright has went at all of them by saying, people are saying Arsenal acting like they won the league. We are talking about a young team who are finding a way to get this done. You've got the celebration, you've got the celebration police, and they are going to be there. Enjoy it, Arsenal fans. So he's calling Arsenal fans to go ahead and really celebrate every moment. And you saw him yesterday when Reece Nelson scored that winner. You saw his celebration. He fell in the chair, off the chair, onto the floor. That's how football takes you crazy. And guys, that's why I always tell you that no sport is better than the game of football. The game of football is real and it's better. No team, no sport beats it. You get? That's the excitement that comes with football. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Tell me your thoughts about Gabriel Jesus proving Mikel Arteta wrong by demanding him to play against Sporting Lisbon. And then what do you think about Jorginho mocking Chelsea? And lastly, Paul Mason and Ian Wright, 2 Arsenal legends, coming out and giving Arsenal the trophy. Do you think Arsenal is going to win the league? Guys, good morning and good night. Rokani David remains my name. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. See you tomorrow. I think this is the last video of the day. I've done 4 videos today, and you guys have watched them hugely and immensely. Guys, bye-bye. But I'm sleeping bad, you know that. I support United. We've been beaten by Liverpool 7-0. Guys, it's not 2-0. It's not 3-0. But this is 7-0, guys. It's 7-0. Guys, we are talking about the biggest football rivalry in the world. Sorry, in English football. And we've been annihilated. Very heartening. Disheartening. Disheartening. Guys, I think I'm going to catch you tomorrow. Not so? Bye-bye.